So, hi, welcome back to Into the Cina-Verse, and this is part two
Two?
of the Batman series, which is titled Robert Pattinson Hushed the Haters. So, as I said, this is part two. If you haven't seen part one, click the link in the description below.
Hello. So in this video, we're going to talk about how did Pattinson acted out and how he became Batman, and even if he was the best Batman, we can say.
Yeah. First off, we have to see if he made our expectations or if he exceeded our expectations. What do you think?
When Pattinson was announced for Batman, a lot of people hated Pattinson because we all saw him as the Twilight Boy. We saw him as the vampire that now turned into a bat.
I knew him as Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, but fine.
A lot of people hated that. It's known that if you act out a role before, like for example in this case, like the Batman, a lot of people are going to hate that. They're not going to see him that they're going to have low expectations. I didn't have that high or low expectation, more of an average, because you never know how he's going to actually turn out. And I think he exceeded my expectations. We saw him turned into Bruce Wayne and the Batman.
When I heard the announcement that Robert Pattinson was going to be Batman, I didn't know how to feel about it. Because fair enough, when actors get casted as very iconic characters, Batman is a prime example. Most of the time they're going to get hated. Ben Affleck did, Christian Bale did. They got a lot of hate comments, like they're going to be Batman. I don't see them as Batman, but that's the thing. You never see anyone as Batman. I always tried never to say anything until I saw a glimpse of Robert Pattinson as Batman. When the first trailer came out 2 years ago, when we thought we were just getting a teaser, and Matt Reeves said, nah, we're just going to give them a full-on trailer as a teaser. They'd only shot 25% of the film. And he filmed so many things that he gave us a full trailer as a first teaser. I love Matt Reeves. The first time I saw it, I remember it was 10 a.m. I was at work. I remember who exactly was at work and you weren't at work. And I told her, listen, I'll be back in 5 minutes. And I went to look at the trailer. I saw the trailer and immediately I fell in love with Robert Pattinson as Batman. Now, obviously, I said, nah, I'll have to see him in the film as well. Because trailers can be misleading.
Yeah.
Thank you, Marvel. I think that all came down to Matt Reeves' capabilities as a director. We can't forget Robert Pattinson's acting ability. He's a great actor. All right. He started out all right in Harry Potter, and then he went to the Twilight franchise, but he still has great movies. He was in
Yes,
Tenet,
great.
which he was
Brilliant. I really
brilliant
loved
in.
him in Tenet.
He was in Devil All the Time. It's on
Yes.
Netflix. Great stuff. And now he made Batman his own, in my opinion.
Yeah, I like when actors take the role into their own hands.
And then, when it all comes down to Robert Pattinson's acting ability, I think he did a very great job in playing a dual role. He had two parts. He was playing Bruce Wayne and he was playing Batman. Now, fair enough, for the majority of the film,
He
he's
was
in the suit.
Batman.
He was Batman.
Yeah, I think the most difficult thing about playing as Batman is the ability of playing two roles, of being Bruce Wayne and the Batman, which is totally different.
I think you have to be a special kind of actor to be able to do that, because when I was watching it on screen, every time I saw Bruce Wayne, I was seeing Bruce Wayne. Every time I saw Batman, I was seeing Batman. I wasn't imagining who was under the cowl. I wasn't imagining Bruce Wayne. I wasn't imagining Robert Pattinson.
You just see
I
the Batman.
was seeing Batman. And that all comes down to his acting.
Yeah.
He does a brilliant job. They made the right choice, so all the haters, all the critics that started to say, oh, Robert Pattinson is not going to be a good Bruce Wayne, he's not going to be a good Batman, they're hushed.
It only comes down to how accurate they portray Batman to the comics and how well they portrayed Batman in general.
Because we see his Bruce Wayne very different compared to the others. In the other films, yeah, we see this another sense of duality. We see Batman, we see Bruce Wayne, but Bruce Wayne is always this happy-go-lucky rich guy. He's supposed to be always broken mentally because of the death of his parents. You know, he can't get over it. That's why he invented the concept of Batman in order to seek revenge and vengeance. But I think in then this will add to his evolution further down the road in the sequel or third film. We will see Robert Pattinson's Bruce Wayne evolve into the Bruce Wayne we all know, but because he has to, because he know,
Yeah.
because I think if it were up to him,
He
he would stay sulking in his cave all
Exactly.
day. So I think that brings an end to this part of the video.
Yes.
So please stay tuned for part 3 in this The Batman
Series.
The next part 3, which is, was the Riddler the best option for the Batman? Stay tuned.